Hey guys, this is Zach from the Newlyweds, and I'm here to give you my reviews on Sharknado, Assault on Wall Street, and Scary Movie 5. So I'm going to start with Sharknado. It's a sci-fi movie. If you're the kind of person that can watch a sci-fi movie with its, not the greatest CGI effects, and, kind of cheesy-ish dialogue, I liked it. Yeah, I liked Sharknado. I thought it was fun. It's not as much fun as I thought it would be, but it's still fun. It's a heck of a good way to kill 80 minutes. If you catch it on TV or something like that, it is cool to watch. I wouldn't pay like $6 or $8 a ticket to go see this in a theater, but if it's something that you can catch or DVR or whatever, it is a fun way to kill 80 minutes. It's got John Hurt in it. Tara Reid has a bit part in it, and it's a funny movie. It's has some cool moments that kind of just make you laugh and smile. This is the kind of movie you want to watch with friends. You want to watch this movie with people that you can just sit around with and laugh and just have something playing. That this is definitely that movie, and there will be a sequel, which is cool. So I don't want to spoil it for you because it's half the fun is just the kind of stuff they throw in there. So I do recommend this movie. See it if you're into that sort of thing, and if you can handle the bad effects and stuff like that, I think you'd really enjoy Sharknado. Now, Assault on Wall Street is a Uwe Boll film, and Uwe Boll, Alone in the Dark, and Blood Rain. Alone in the Dark was a terrible, terrible movie. It was as a technical level, one of the worst movies probably of all time. Probably in the top 50. But this movie is awesome. Assault on Wall Street is awesome. It has heart. This movie has a bunch of heart. And it's got good effects. It has good dialogue. The tone is fantastic. The pacing is good. Everything about this movie for me worked. And that's about a guy that's down on his luck. And him and his wife's sick, and he's trying to get her looked at. And it's right around the time of the financial debacle that was 2008 that we're still feeling today. It's a good movie for the time, and it got a very limited theatrical release, as I understand it. I really wish this would have got a nationwide release. This is awesome. This is, I've seen 44 movies this year so far now, and Assault on Wall Street is the 11th best movie I've seen this year. And it is really, really good. It's definitely something worth watching. I would pay money to go see this in a theater. I'm not saying that you should, but for a recommendation, yeah, I would. I would go see it in a theater. If you catch this on demand or however you can catch it, definitely give it a watch. It's about an hour and 45 minutes, I think, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's a good sit. It's a good movie. It's engaging. It's thought-provoking. It is a lot of fun. Did I expect this from Uwe Boll? No. But I've been surprised like this year already with Michael Bay. I'm not the hugest Michael Bay fan. I love The Rock. I love The Island. The first Transformers movie I thought was alright. 2 and 3 were terrible. But Pain and Gain, it was a really good movie that he directed that came out recently. I recommend that movie too. But yeah, Uwe Boll, not known definitely for directing good movies. Or even adequate ones, but this is a gem. Really, this is great. I would definitely recommend it. And then, Scary Movie 5. I really liked the first Scary Movie. The second one was okay. The third one had a couple of jokes in it. The fourth one had maybe 2 jokes. And this one's kind of the same way. The problem with this movie, in my opinion, is it spends too much time trying to parody Paranormal Activity just with the fast-paced motion. Like things happening just in fast-paced motion. And I'm sorry, but for a joke or 2 or 3, like a 10-minute segment, fine. If revolving around the joke. An hour, no. But it takes that fast-paced joke and just beats it into the ground and uses it up. Really, an hour of this movie is spent revolving around that. Yes, there's a couple cutaways of jokes of Mama, Black Swan, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, but they're little sprinkles. They're very short segments that are very forgettable and not funny. And the whole Paranormal Activity fast-paced thing, at first it makes you, it just makes you chuckle. And the first time, okay, fine, for one time that's fine. The best part of the joke is when Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan used it at the beginning of the movie. It was all downhill from there. And then it's in Evil Dead. None of that was funny to me, in my opinion. It just wasn't funny. Is it one of the worst I've seen this year? Yeah. It's probably the 7th worst movie I've seen this year. This isn't one of the worst movies of all time. It's not, it's not just an atrocity. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. It's a 4 out of 10. It's bad. I would not recommend seeing this at any time. I mean, if you really, really love Scary Movie 4, like if you love 4 and you think that is just some of the funniest things you've ever seen, then okay, maybe then. But I just, personally, I wouldn't. And I'm okay with parodies. Parodies can be funny. Mel Brooks proved that. I mean, 90% of his career was parody, and he was hilarious. But there has to be more to it than just a one good joke, and then the rest of it is, what you call dick and fart jokes. Lots of dick and fart jokes. And, some of that is okay, but you cannot have a 90-minute movie revolve around that. And oh, by the way, the running time. This, with credits, is 1 hour and 28 minutes. This movie is over at 1 hour and 13 minutes. You get 10 or 15 minutes of, I don't know, credits, deleted scene. I don't care. As soon as I saw the end, I'm done. I'm done with this movie. If it was a better movie, I would have stuck around. If I would have been made to care about what happens after the credits, I didn't care. So, very short. And this movie has so much from Evil Dead in it that they had to have seen Evil Dead, which came out in April, I believe. So this movie was still in production in like March, April, and it shows. I hope there isn't a 6th one. The first one was great. I really I liked pretty much everything about the first one. And as they went along, it just got less and less funny, in my opinion. But it's definitely not the worst movie I've seen this year. Now, I will say it's funnier than The Hangover Part 3. I'll give it that. It has 3 things I like about Scary Movie 5. I like the opening scene with Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan. The one time with the sped up stuff from Paranormal Activity was okay, and they had a scene. They had a scene where I think it was from Mama, and the girl is in the bathroom and she's taking the pregnancy test, and she's like, "Oh, thank God I'm not pregnant," and her husband is like, "Oh, you're not pregnant? That's okay. We'll have my brother's kids. You're ready to be a mom, right?" And I mean, I don't know. It made me chuckle. So there's 3 things about this I liked. It is funnier than Hangover Part 3. So if you watched Hangover 3 and thought that was hilarious, then maybe you would think this is funny. And that's cool. That's great. If you liked this movie, great. That's good. I'm happy for you. You didn't sit there and suffer like I did. Anytime somebody enjoys a movie, it's a good thing. Because for them, it was an enjoyable experience, and they weren't sitting there just, sitting there like this the whole movie. So if you like it, great. I didn't. So pretty soon we're going to have reviews. That review of Red 2 and Mud is coming, I promise. And I have to watch John Dies at the End, which from Don Coscarelli, the guy that did all the Phantasm movies. I love the Phantasm. So I'm going to give John Dies at the End a watch. And should have 2 guns coming soon. And maybe a couple other ones. So I'll see you then. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.